are a must-have for many of us. Now, where do you find the juiciest, the tenderest, the most flavorful? Our friend Ariel Turner has been doing the hard work for us, researching all that. She's a professional foodie with a passion for all things food and bev, serving as our restaurant correspondent. So glad to have you here, Ariel.
So happy to be here to talk about a topic that is very controversial. We'll try to keep it, we won't use superlatives like saying best or favorite, just because people get really heated when they're discussing wings.
And between these two topics, we've got an NFL thing happening and a wing thing happening, and people feel very strongly. Are you wearing a green shirt for a reason?
I mean, it's not necessarily for a reason, but I lived in Philly for almost 10 years, and my children are very avid Philly fans. So you can imagine this year was a good year to be a Phillies fan.
Maybe there will be one day this year where you're not my favorite person in the world, but I'm going to get past it. The big game airing here on Fox Carolina, February 12th. Since you grew up in Philadelphia, you're kind of half Philly.
Well, yeah, I grew up here, but then lived as an adult in Philly, so I got to live there when the Phillies actually won the World Series, so that was pretty cool.
So you felt all that magic.
Yes.
Meanwhile, I grew up Kansas City, going to those Chiefs games, so it's kind of a big deal to me, as are wings. I mean, I feel passionate about all this stuff.
Wings are a big deal, and people have very strong opinions about whether or not they like flats or drums or all the things. So
crispy and flat.
Crispy and flat, saucy. I mean, do people like saucy? Do they like smoked? I mean,
there are lots of options out there. Let's dive in.
Let's do it.
A great game day spread has to include those wings. What do you think makes a great one when you start talking about the criteria ahead of how you pick these places?
I mean, some of them smoked. I really like smoked wings. I feel like it gives, especially if they've been brined and then they've been smoked and then they're really juicy. And I like them if they really fall off the bone. If you don't have to work for them too hard. It shouldn't be like lobster. Like, you should not be working for your wings that hard.
You should be able to competitively eat and pound that thing down and know how they do it. But the first place we're talking about getting into the wing game for the first time. So making some history here, Bobby's Barbecue. What are they doing? Okay,
so Bobby's in Fountain Inn, and when I say Fountain Inn, it's like it's on the Simpsonville side of Fountain Inn, so not that far away, people. It's not a drive. But this is the first time they're ever going to be open on Sunday, just for Super Bowl Sunday, and you have to pre-order. But their wings will be smoked, and if Bobby's is making it, I can tell you for a fact it will be delicious and one of your favorite things. Their brisket is amazing. All of their sides are excellent. So pre-order that in advance by next Wednesday, and then you can go and pick up in the afternoon, get everything hot, and get those wings.
And it's great to have that spread ready to go. Pick it up and just worry about having fun.
Super easy, just to be able to have fun and have your food taken care of.
And then the next place, another place that'll be new to try for Super Bowl Sunday is Lewis Barbecue, because they just opened last fall. What is it that they're doing?
So on Super Bowl Sunday, again, you can pre-order. They just started a catering business, so you can pre-order, and if you're afraid of the line at Lewis Barbecue, they have their own to-go room. So you can pull right up there in the parking, go in there, pick up your food. Also, if you decide to stay and hang out for a little bit, they are doing wings in the restaurant, $12 for a dozen, Carolina Gold and traditional.
Ooh.
So, I mean, that's a pretty great deal, considering that wings are, they're almost as expensive as eggs these days.
Yeah, I shouldn't be getting as excited about that, but that's a big deal. Finally, we're talking about Rocky's Hot Chicken Shack. They offer something for every taste, kind of unique, right?
Yeah, they are great over off of Lawrence Road, and they're hot, so you can go mild or you can go really hot. So this is where you want to go if you want something daring to try for your palate. But also they have wings, platters, all sorts of catering options if you want to pick up a bunch for a big crew. It's a great spot.
All right, great spot. But between wings and football, there's a million things you could talk about, but I'm a sucker for one of those air fryers to make them crispy.
Yes, I mean, that's pretty
flats.
great, and then you feel healthy about eating it.
I'm going to eat so much healthy food this Super Bowl. It's going to be incredible. As you write for Off the Grid Greenville, that nonprofit promoting small businesses, anything you want readers to be on the lookout for coming up?
So as people are shopping for Valentine's Day, you can absolutely shop local for your chocolate. You do not have to go into Walgreens and subject someone you love to that.
Okay, so let's get into that. Okay, good. Ariel, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good luck to you and
yeah, same
on Super Bowl. Well, you can follow Ariel on social media to see where her adventures take her, and Off the Grid Greenville. That info is on screen now.